Hello, I'm Manotos, and guess what? Today we are again playing some GeoGuessr, so let's get right into it. Let's get, as some would like to say, right into the news. Let me just adjust my microphone real quick. Hopefully we're not having too much background noise. But here we see a climate that gives us flowering plants. There has recently been some development on the roadside. The road itself could be anywhere. I'm not really seeing anything that I find really distinctive about the road. But what I am seeing is a large number of conifers. And let me see. What is that is being transported? I don't actually know. I'm not seeing any palmettos or palms or anything of that sort. So it can't be too tropical. Let me see if I can recognize anything in the distance. I don't see any signs. However, this road does seem to have a significant amount of traffic on it, which indicates to me that there might be something going on. So over there, I see something. It might be something worth looking at. Let's see if I can. There we go. Let's just hop right in. Ideally, we'll find a form of signage that, okay, it implies an intersection of sorts. Triangular sign. Arabic numerals. Of course, most countries use Arabic numerals. I don't really know of any countries that explicitly don't. Now, I don't see these a lot in North America, so I'm assuming that it's more likely to be Europe. But is it possible to go down there? A little bit, perhaps? Nope. We cannot, which means we also cannot see what that sign says. However, that sign looks like a standard hazard sign, so I do not believe that it should tell us anything too specific. Now, the climate here is actually making it difficult for me to see through car windows. And the car windows also may be tinted to some extent, which of course would also make it a bit difficult. So I'm actually going to go down here some distance to see if I can find something. Now, we might have to go quite some distance before we actually see anything happening. But I'm currently thinking that this is a temperate climate, because I'm not really seeing any plants that indicate to me that it's tropical. I do not believe that this is the United States, simply because of the existence of these things. Now, of course, those things might exist in the United States anyway, but a railroad track, that could be anywhere. But I think that discounts certain parts of Africa. Of course, this definitely does not look like it's in Africa. Of course, there may be some part of Africa that looks like this, but I don't actually believe there is. So let's just go with the flow. See if we can find something interesting, something enlightening. Hopefully we're not somewhere in Siberia, in which case we are not going to find anything of interest. But ideally, an intersection or a sign that gives us a linguistic hint. We'll wait for this to load. It's an Isuzu, which means that whatever country this is, it certainly trades with some specific countries. And we're seeing some signs come up. And let's take a look. I doubt we're going to have any linguistic hints from this, but just in case. Okay. That's definitely not the United States. It's kilometers per hour. Are you kidding me? Why are these signs blurred out? That's a speed limit. Well, that's probably not a speed limit sign, but still, I don't really see a reason to tint out a sign that simply has a number on it. That actually might be a speed limit sign, but in that case, why is there one? Okay, let's see. Either way, this area looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. I'm thinking it's temperate. However, there is a lot of bare ground around, so that could tell me something as well about where this is. We're along a highway. Well, it's not a highway, let's be honest. A 2-lane road hardly counts as a highway. What we need is some language, some writing. Oh, wait. That could be something. It could be seeing. Oh no, we're not seeing anything. It's just a tiny little hut. That deals with. Oh yeah, I think that's Cyrillic. Uh-oh. Is this that episode where we finally hit this part of Russia? Hopefully not. Let's hope that that's not actually what's happening. Let's hope that instead this is a reasonably accessible part of Russia. I mean, I am seeing a lot of traffic here, so it can't be too far out east. Oh, almost missed that. I think I see something. Okay, it's not a sign, but it is a little. Yeah, don't burn the forest down, or whatever that's saying. Let's go on an angle. Okay, so it's 3 something in Cyrillic. The fact that they would bother to build this out here implies to me that this isn't too far from an urban area. However, it is far enough for us to not be able to see an urban area. So this is probably between 2 towns, but judging by the traffic, but also the 2 towns are some distance from each other and do not have too much agriculture going on or too much urban sprawl, and hence we see a large undeveloped area in between, which also makes it very hard to guess on GeoGuessr, because let's be honest, it's pretty hard. But if I had to guess anything, I'd have to say that this is not in Siberia, simply because of sheer volume of the traffic. Unless there's certain parts of Siberia that do have thicker traffic, cargo, bull, finance. This is probably somewhere in Europe. Okay. Oh ho ho! That could be. Could it be? Yay! Oh no! Russian geography. Here we go. Let's see if I can piece together how that is. Okay, and I don't see anything superficial. Okay, so the Y, the letter, the Cyrillic letter that looks like the Latin letter Y, but is actually, they're both based on the Greek upsilon. Of course, has a U sound, so it's U, and the B has a V sound, uv, and I believe the A is Uvat. T is obviously going to be T, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be T. Uvat. Uvatsk. Uvatsky. What's the N with the accent mark? Time to Uvatsky. Looking for an N with. Well, it has an accent mark here. Uvatsky. Rayo. Wait, no. Rayon. Uvatsky Rayon. I don't know where that is. Uvatsky Rayon. No clue. Honestly, maybe I should study Russian geography a bit more. Just so that next time I actually know where these places are. Of course, I'm pretty sure I also mispronounced that to a large extent. But that is how I am this could be a landmark. Not one that will be found on the map, but a landmark nonetheless. Hopefully it's a map. No, it's not. It's obviously not a map, but we can always hope. Okay. Of course, Uvatsky Rayon could also not necessarily be okay. I'm trying to figure out what this is. This may be a geographical reference, and if it is, it's not of a shape that I directly recognize. Which means I'm going to have to try to translate this. Okay. Rayo. No. Rayo. HH. Rayon. Rayon? Is that correct? Maybe? Ne? That's an E, I assume. No. Ni. Yeah. Okay, and that looks like another Greek letter, but I'm going to have to find it. Let's look for all the letters. The double-headed letter, which hopefully will reveal itself to me. I will notice it. I may not notice it, but hopefully I will notice it when I see it. Unless it looks different in lowercase, in which case I'm not going to recognize it. That is not going to happen, which of course is unfortunate. And what would be even worse is if I actually went past the location on the map and didn't recognize it. And that would be, of course, the absolute worst. But hopefully that does not occur. Okay. Yeah, okay. Is that an L? It looks like. Wait, no. It's not an L. Oh, okay. Or is it? It's a G. It's a G. No. No, it's Ga. Okay. Ok, Okri, Okrug, Okrug, Okrug. It's an Okrug. Okay, okay. I gotta think fast. I was reading this white word, Okrug. If it's an Okrug, autonomous Okrug. Okay, okay. Um, it's an autonomous Okrug, and I once I knew it was an Okrug, I knew that this word is obviously autonomous. Um, Now I need to know which one it is, because I actually don't remember what all the Okrugs are in Russia. Not the autonomous ones, anyway. So this is going to be very difficult. Ha, N, I believe, is the, yep, Hun, T, and the B looking thing is the lowercase b looking thing. Hunt, but yeah, I think that's a B. I think that's the same letter. It's just a different hunt, but what is the I? Or is it an L? Hunt, but Mansieski, Mansieski, Mansieski. This has got to be funny for all you people who speak Russian or other I believe it's East Slavic languages. It's got to be hilarious how much I am having trouble saying these words. But yeah, that's definitely an sound. Let's see if we can find something that makes, is an X an X? It's gotta be, unless it's not, because I know in Greek, in classical Greek, it doesn't look like an X. The C letter does not look like an X in classical Greek. Okay, knock. Okay, so can't be Mansiski. Whatever Okrug. But the hyphen, you know what that tells me? That tells me it's a conjunction of two places, probably. And if there's any place in Russia that I would assume has two different places bunched into one, I'm going to guess that it's probably this part of Russia. Also, due to the fact that there's reasonable amounts of traffic. Yep. Can't. I don't know. I still don't know. Well, as some like to say, YOLO. Let's do it. Okay. It was farther out. It definitely was farther out. I didn't score very well. And Cafe Dalno Boychik. What? County Muncie Autonomous Okrug and Tumen Oblast. Maybe if I had seen the Tumen Oblast sign, that may have helped me. Not that I remember where the Tumens settled. But yeah, it was out east. Yeah. Okay. But you know what happens if you lose? Just try to get it better next time. That's how you do it. Anyway, okay, here we see the arid, not air. I'm getting ahead of myself. The climate seems to be a bit arid to some extent. I'm seeing a lot of grasses, a lot of grass, and a lot of sand. And I'm also seeing some mountains in the distance and a vehicle. This is an interesting design. The door has obviously been either individually painted or replaced. Okay, the road is a long road. I'm seeing some buildings over here. I think there's a railroad down here. Ooh, that's some nice mountains. So let's actually go over here. I think this direction is probably the easier direction to find a sign. A sign of life, a sign indicating habitation, a sign indicating what specific road we're on. That's the ideal kind of sign because it allows me to much more easily track back the location. Okay. And we do have a sign. Perhaps not the kind of sign I wanted, but definitely an English language sign. Okay. Hey, for sale. Where's the hay, man? Hey? Looks like you're sold out. And we can't cross to well, we might. Yeah, it looks like we can, actually. We can cross to the other side. Which actually brings us closer to a sign that's over here, which I actually didn't notice earlier. But we're still a little bit far away to read it. Adopt a highway, litter control, next mile. Mile 57. This is a green sign. This is a blue sign. I think we're onto something here. The road, the center of the road has the white intermittent line bits, white lines on the side. There's mountains. The climate is a bit arid. I think pretty soon we're going to see a few more things, such as signs over here. Do not enter sign. And let's go over here. Wrong way signs, just in case someone makes a mistake. Now, what is this? Okay, a big pickup truck. Yep. And is that a reflection? Yeah, I think that's a reflection. Okay, those were just more do not enter wrong way stop signs. So I'm thinking that maybe if we go over here, let's see if we can cross over. Okay, looks like we crossed over. We can take a look at what's on this side of the road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's slow down. That's a road sign. Let's take a quick look at that. I think this is the same wood truck as earlier. Okay, that's adopt a highway. Let's just go in here. Let's take a look in here. Let's see if we can actually enter. Looks like we are entering. Meadowland Estates. Okay. 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 Right side of the road, traffic. This is definitely the United States. I think 100% on that. Now, the one problem here is, of course, that it gives me Meadowland Estates, which isn't going to tell me anything about the actual location of this place, unfortunately. So I'm actually going to have to look for a highway sign. Oh, there's actually a train. So we're somewhere where there's a train line. Now let's actually take a look at the United States. I don't know if it actually shows train lines on this map. If it does, color me impressed. But it probably won't show them on the big map. Because what I need is a sign. Give us a sign to tell us where we are going. A sign that describes this is okay. More do not enter wrong way kind of stuff. Built only. I need a sign that tells us either what highway we're on or how far it is to the next town. Either one of those is going to give us a lot of information. But here we see the typical United States practice of building things far apart for no particular reason. Because there's just so much space. Which can be annoying at times. Okay. We might be seeing something over there. Don't tell me it's another adopt a highway thing, because that's not going to be very useful. Looks like it. Oh. What sign is this? Is this what we have been looking for? Is this what we have been awaiting? Is this... No, it's not. Adopt a highway, litter control, next 1 mile. That's right. The population must be significant enough for people to have been able to adopt highways. So since we are actually moving in this direction, let's actually go on that side of the road so that it'll be easier to spot the signs. Intersection. Okay, that is going to help us a lot. Hopefully. Hopefully we are going to know which roads we're on. Hopefully this... Okay, we're seeing the numbers. That's what matters. Taylor Ranch Road. That's not telling me much. And the other one is... Oh, there's a pole there. US Highway 54. All right, here we go. So I'm guessing it's somewhere in the south or the west, in the more arid regions, southwest perhaps, where... Okay, but first we have to find the US highways. Okay, 62. We've already gotten to 62. 54. Okay, we're on 54. So by the looks of it, 54 travels north to south from El Paso all the way to quite some distance actually. So this isn't actually going to give us too much information. So 54 goes into Greensburg. Does 54 come out the other side? It is a 56. I don't think it goes beyond Greensburg very far. Okay, so there's a 400, and 54 starts in Mullinville, where it meets 400. Okay, and which state? Okay, so it starts in Kansas, goes to the positive. Okay, so this is essentially our range. We have to narrow down somewhere in between these two areas, and that is going to be challenging because we don't actually know what the name of this town is, because unfortunately, or maybe we're going to see something here. Of course, we jump to the far side of the road. Wait, did I pass the brown sign? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's take a look at the brown sign. That, if it's a national park or something, I don't know exactly what they use brown signs for anymore. International Space Hall of Fame, 10 miles. What? Houston, we have a problem. Houston's over here. International Space Hall of Fame on a place that isn't Texas or Florida. That's interesting. Okay. So it's somewhere in here is the International Space Hall of Fame. I don't know if it'll show up on the map. Probably not. Okay. So we'll start with a more arid. Okay. Maybe this isn't the best way to go about this. There's a prison facility that shows up on the map. Okay. Oro Grande, 506, Tarantula, Almogordo, Lincoln National Forest. It's on a brown sign, so I don't know. It may show up. Three Rivers, Oscuro, Carrizozo. I'm pretty sure the locals call it Oscuro because, you know, American English. Not saying anything against it, just saying that it's funny how some things get... Oh, no, that's not my guess. Some things get repronounced in different ways. Lalo's Food Mart and Liquors is apparently big enough to show up on this map. Which means one of two things. Either that place somehow is super important for whatever reason and Google decided to put it on the map, or there's not much going on this road. Okay. Okay. Route 66. Whoa, that's funny. Route 66. Kidding me, right? Okay. Anyway, there's the actual north. Okay. So this tells us that we're south, and the other direction is north. Meanwhile, there's nothing that actually tells us what town we're at, what town we've been at, what town we're going to. It doesn't tell us anything. No information. All we know is that there's a road and an intersection. And we're approaching the International Space Hall of Fame. But I'm going to assume that hopefully that is inside of town. Oh, I may have clicked too far. Okay, let's go right there. That looks like a good location to view the sign from. Perhaps a little bit closer might be good. Okay. Post office. Bolus Acres. Or Bowles Acres, as some might say. Okay. So that has got to be a town name, I believe. So let's actually take a... Oh ho ho! We're actually not too far from... not too far from El Paso. We're actually still in New Mexico. So Alamogordo is over here. Lincoln National Forest is up there. Willis Acres is right there. Let's see. Do we see a residential zone over there? Well, it's kind of far away, so we may not be quite there yet. Now, what would be good is if we actually saw the post office on the map. A16. We probably haven't reached that point. School Road. Okay. Just following down. Maybe if we find the place where... Come on, tell me what this road is. It doesn't give me a name. What is the name of this road? No answer. Thanks, Google. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's go back to the main road. Okay. Red Sands. OHV area. BLM. Hopefully that's not what I think it is. 506. Is there another name for 506? Owen Prather Highway. And the railroad actually detaches from that point down, which means that we started somewhere north of Owen Prather Highway. And let's actually see what the road that we saw earlier, how it detaches from the road that we're on, because that's really going to help us to tell whether we're north or south of this intersection. Come on, lads. Let's get to it. Okay, there it goes. A little bit laggy, always is, because of course we are loading a photograph of very many roads. Not a photograph, but many photographs of very many roads. Let's see. So presumably, this, of course, goes up, crosses over, and goes straight, for the most part. Yep. Okay. So we know what that's not. Oh. Could it be the Owen Prather Highway? I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called on here. Unless it's only the Owen Prather Highway after it intersects with another road. Nah, it's not, because the railroad detaches pretty quickly after that point. Okay. And it's not that one either, because that's too close to town. So it's somewhere in between there. Okay. Oh, nah, it's not after. We'll just go there. Make guess. Let's find out. How close was I? Oh, it actually was into the town a bit. But we still got over 4,000 points, which I think counts as win. Look, 4,900. That's pretty high. I should have looked at a few things. So that's where we started. And we actually went north from there. We should have gone south. That may have helped a bit. But we went north quite a bit. Boswell Field, Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Anyway, let's play next round. We can't get caught up on too much stuff. Otherwise, the video will become very long and very difficult to render. Okay, this is going to be very difficult. I am seeing a script that is maybe Southeast Asian. Bay number 11. Okay. Thank you very much. FurnitureRepublic.com. Wait, no, that could be India. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something like that in India. I think Thai script looks a bit more rounded. And Vietnam uses Latin-based script that I believe is heavily based on French. Is there a map? Nope, there's no map. In case of emergency, dial fire 101. Okay. Doesn't tell me much. Why does Google Maps have the inside of what looks to be a car repair shop? Why in the world? I don't understand. I do not comprehend. But what I do know is that this car is really blurry for some reason. And I really need to find a way to get over there. And am I supposed to know who this guy is? Maybe? I don't know. This is hard. This is pretty hard. It's gotta be said. It's not blurred here, but I can't read it. I think that would help a lot. Being able to read that would definitely make things a lot easier. Of course, we can't read that, so it's not going to be easy. Well, let's see if we can get to the other side of a lot of these cars. Okay, this is the other side. Did the Google Maps vehicle need some repairs and they just decided to have the camera on in here? I don't know. I don't know why they would look at this place. Oh, look, there's an office down there. That's interesting. It's a little underground office. Looks like it could be a supply area. Yeah, spare parts. Okay, it's a spare parts area. Okay. Didn't need to speculate too much. Yeah, I guess this is probably India. I don't really have any other clue. And I don't think I'm going to find any. So I'm just going to have to guess India. India. Let's see. Which areas are pretty urban in India? This area is pretty urban. Let's go India. Just go. There. Make guess. There we go. Go for it. Okay. A bit closer to New Delhi. A bit closer to New Delhi, but still. I was banking on the possibility of it also being down there as well. So I wanted to make a safe guess. Okay, another road. Okay, we're not stuck in some car repair shop. Europe, I'm thinking. Look at those low signs. What are they? Don't tell me this is a dead end sign, which is very low down for some reason. If I could read that sign, that would really help a lot. I think that's an OF on the sign, an of. Or is an AF? Fleisung. I can't read that. Sorry, lads. I simply cannot. But what I can do is take a look around for some signs. Okay. So, in that area could yield some. I don't think going this way is going to help. And everyone always likes going for a tunnel. Let's go for a tunnel. Let's take a look. Let's see what's on the other side. Okay. Yep, this is definitely Europe. 100%. No mistaking it. There's a building, but what I need is an indication of either the road that we're on or a location. But what would also help is some more additional script. Come on, let's get a bit closer. There we go. No signs. So the real question is, what part of Europe are we in? Now, the buildings are pretty close to each other. There are still some fields. I'd have to say that this looks like it's a place where we get cold winters. Judging by the look of the grass, I'm thinking that this is a place where we get cold winters. So I'm not thinking that it's going to be a very hot place. But I still need additional information. Now, we have been getting a few Irish locations. Sadly, it looks like this camera does not have the best of quality. However, I do not remember ever seeing places that have such low signs. Oh. Okay. Would be Groomles. Udby. Sounds like something from the British Isles. You know, it could also be Denmark. I can't recognize if that letter has. I'm smelling something nice. Somebody's cooking something. If that letter has strike through or not. And I definitely can't read whatever that sign says. Holy cannoli. Who puts their signs this low? What is wrong with you? This is not conducive to a good driving experience. Holmazvej. Okay. This is not the British Isles. Okay, okay. It's not Germany. Germany doesn't have words like that. I know, because German is actually my first language. But, we are looking for Udby, and okay, I now see it. Grumlose. Now this could be in a number of different locations. It'd be really hilarious if it were in Bornholm, but I don't think it's going to be. But I'm going to rule that out right now. Yep, it's not Bornholm. That would be very mean of Google Maps. Grumlose. So this is probably somewhere in Denmark, Norway, Sweden, perhaps even Iceland, but I don't know with the vegetation. Of course, I haven't been to Iceland, so I don't know exactly what the vegetation looks like in Iceland. But Udby and Grumlose are relatively close together. Well, I took a brief break there to eat, and hopefully that is going fine. Anyway, let's get back there. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, I have not laid my eyes upon a computer screen of any kind other than this one, and this screen has not changed during the interlude, nor have I discussed this GeoGuessr game with anyone. So, in other words, no, I did not cheat. Okay, Grumlose and Udby. Udby. Ulsev. This definitely looks like it conforms to the spelling of Danish words. Okay. And it could also be Swedish. But for now, I'm going to make the assumption that it is likely Danish. So let's actually take a look. Okay. So there's Lübeck, Neumünster, Schleswig, Flensburg. Okay. Would be Grumlose. Let's see. Let's get slightly. There we go. I think this is a good distance to take, because I think in this distance we will be able to see all the small towns. Oh, ho, ho. What's this I see? It's an island. Okay. Would be Grumlose. Ribe. That's a very historically significant location. Okay. I'm going to go with Denmark first. But after that, I might go for southern Sweden. Billum, Oxbow, Janderup. It's not going to be down there. Oxby would be. Now, the fact that there is a town name that ends with B, Udby, Oxby, does indicate to me that it is likely to be in Denmark, since there are similar ending Derby, Stationsby or something. There are similarly ending words in Danish. Lunde. Okay. Grumlose. I need to keep my eye out eye out for that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be down here. Oh, wow, this area actually didn't know that many people lived in this area. Oh wait, never never mind. I was thinking I was already up here, but no, I'm still down here. Let's take a look on this side. Okay. Osby, Gromlose, and Udby. Let's find it. And of course, the road itself does not have a number attached to it, because that would make it much too easy. No, it would make it much too easy if all our roads were cataloged with specific numbers. It sounds like something the government would do. Oh, oh, ho, ho, ho. I think we're onto something here. Okay. Grumlose is actually closer than Udby. Gumborg. No. Man, if I only had a scale indicator so that I would know what 5 kilometers would be at something that is zoomed this far in. Unless... no. This is going to be difficult. So I know we're within 5 kilometers of Udby, at a town called Grumlose. Or a place called Grumlose. Not necessarily a town, for all I know. Gumborg. Ronais Fons Balslev Grumlose. Unless, and no, that I was about to hypothesize that that is actually a time indicator to how far it goes, and then I realized no, that wouldn't make any sense, because if it's, let's say, 2 hours away, then that also show up that also show a lot of other of these towns, and also it's not really a consistent measurement. Oh, perhaps Grumlose is an alternate name to one of these towns. If it is, then things just got that much harder. Okay, Limoges, Balslev. Limoges actually doesn't show up. Godstrup, Brandstrup, Billerup, Barningvad, Rolund, Udby, Ranestrand, Zvino, Udby, or the road to Udby. So apparently Udby does have some significance. Otherwise, I would not expect a road to specifically emphasize the significance of Udby. Udby. Galstrup. Yep, this is not very productive. Okay. You know what? YOLO. We're pretty close. It's probably in this area. So I'm guessing we're probably going to get over 4,000 points anyway. Oh no! What? There's another Udby. Still over 4,000 points, but what? Lundby. Yep, there is another Udby. And that's why we could not find the other town that was right next to it. Right next to it? No, it's not right next to it. Okay. But anyway, let's play the next round. Okay. Man, that was tough. Oh, okay. We're seeing some, I think some of these are willow trees. Temperate climate. Winters. Yeah, I would expect snow. Is that a cow in there? Is that a cow in there? Oh, man. That's cool. Yep, that's cool. Or is it cool? I don't know. But it's cool to me. Hey. Okay, so a place where we'd be expecting snow in the winter. There's a dog out here as well. So I'm guessing this is a very rural area. Yeah, we see a field over there. This sign here is hopefully going to make it very clear where we are. Hopefully. Or where we're not. Oh no. Here it goes. We're exiting a town that starts with a Cyrillic letter. And it's censored. No. Ugh. Man, look at that car though. Holy cannoli. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can read. Let's learn to read Cyrillic once more. What is that first letter? Okay. One of these days I'm actually going to remember this. So the more I check on it, the more likely I am to remember it. Okay. And I'm pretty sure there's a large town somewhere around here that has that letter. Because I remember seeing it. Vka. Raivka. Raivka. Is that a W? No, it's a sh. Shamraivka. If that's an I. Shamraivka? Is that an I with 2 dots on it? Speaking of which, if that's Cyrillic, could it be Serbian? It is a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. Well, now that I think about it, the land does look relatively flat. However, I do not actually see that far into the distance. So I'm guessing that this is East Slavic. Probably. I could be wrong. Okay, yeah. Someone having a meal, perhaps? So, yeah, looks like that may be what's happening. Oh no, 4 kilometers to... Okay, okay. Let's go back to Russia. And 4 kilometers to... If I can recognize the name, I may be able to recognize the location. Okay, so what is that letter again? The first one. It's a L. Maybe? Yeah, I can see that. I can see it being based off of lambda. Lenin. Oh ho 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 ho. I see what's going on here. Lenin CK. Lenin CK. Lenin Suka. No, that's... What is that letter? That looks like what in Western European minuscule is a lowercase b. What is it? Because I see the sound and then the letters after that. The L sound and then the letters after it. What is it? What is it? Che. Okay. Is it just another... Okay. Almetievsk. 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 Perhaps... Is that how it's used? Lenin... Ske. Leninske. Okay. Now, I don't actually know the etymology of, let's say, Vladimir Lenin. I don't know the etymology of his last name, so the fact that it has Lenin on the front may not actually have anything to do with that individual. However, if it does, then it could indicate to me that because this is obviously not Leningrad, it would indicate to me that it's maybe Lenin's birthplace. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where Lenin is born. I actually do not know. I don't know what area he's from. However, I would like to see what this sign says. Okay, there you go. Same. Le. Wow, whoever these people are, they must be very loose with their cows. Either that or they happen to wander about. But either way, I think that it's probably not in that part of Russia, and more likely to be over here. Perhaps not this far north. Maybe farther south. Oh well. YOLO! Okay. It's actually Ukraine. But still, it's a decent range to guess. However, I do not believe that this time I did too well. Ruda, Bezpieczna, Zolotuka, Shamraivka, maybe, and wherever the other place is. I don't actually see the other place I was seeing a sign for. But either way, I think. So I guess I must have traveled this way out of town. And then there's this road that goes down there. But anyway, let's view summary. Let's see. Okay, and the worst ones are Eastern Europe, which has a lot of homogeneous landscape. I gotta be honest. And I don't speak the language, nor am I too familiar with the geography. So of course, I made some big blunders, especially that one. This one is probably the worst. But I definitely have to say that from the standpoint of the accumulated knowledge that I have, these are probably the easier blunders to make. Especially in GeoGuessr, you see it all the time. People will make huge blunders regarding Siberia. India, not the best, but still was decent distance. Denmark, 2 towns with the same name, so I guess I got confused there. And I probably should have taken it as a hint that I wasn't finding the other town, that maybe something may have been slightly wrong. But I think the one that was definitely the closest was this one here in New Mexico, in the United States. So, whoa. If I put it like this, it makes it look like I messed up extremely. But I know that that's not what happened. But at least that's certainly not what I hope had happened. But anyway, thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see more, please do say so in the comments below. And I will be seeing you all next time on Abultos. Over and out.